Welcome to a Beer with Geeks, where two Latverian geeks geek out with beer. My name is Doctor, and with me, as always, is my friend, who I probably do not trust because I am evil. It is Doom. How are you today, Doom?
I'm good, and I'm seeing you in Infinity Vision.
Infinity Vision. I don't know what that means, but
I have no idea what that means. It sounds made
It means
up,
they
but
couldn't get screens for IMAX because Dune had them already.
what it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's they're like filmed for ACX instead, or they're doing something with ACX screens instead. So
It's infinite.
I saw videos being like, "This is actually what Infinity thing is," and by I saw them, I mean I saw thumbnails and didn't click on them because I
Right.
don't care that much.
No.
It just I know that they're not on IMAX because Dune 3 is on IMAX. So guess what? Here we go.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. All right.
So
Well, how you doing, bud? Good to see you.
it's good to see you too. It's good to see you too. Um, I am well. I am well, Frank. We are here talking about a new Marvel movie trailer, not a movie. Avengers Doomsday. The trailer is finally hit, and we're going to talk about it, but not before we talk about what we're drinking. So, Frank, what are we drinking today?
Well, I could talk about Doomsday until I'm blue in the face, so I thought I would have this blueberry lager from Sam Adams.
Or in honor of somebody star spangled in
That as well, because this can does have the vertical red and white stripes with the blue above it, which is very Captain America. So got that going for us as well. So there you go. My red, white, and blueberry. Sam Adams blueberry lager. What do you got?
I am drinking from Dr. Doom's head.
Nice. I have seen that mug before, I feel like, but I forgot
this
you
was
had
in
that.
my house for years. Yeah, so I actually pulled this out of the basement. I've had this since I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
A porcelain mug of Dr. Doom's head that you can drink out of.
That's incredible.
But truly, it's super hard to drink out of.
It looks super. It doesn't look like a very
good. Like, I guess you're supposed to drink from the head,
or like that from the front.
That works, but it's not really where the handle is. Anyway, it's a super cool porcelain head of Dr. Doom's, and I've been waiting years to use this appropriately. Here we go. I thought the Doomsday trailer was a good enough, was a good enough reason. I was going to wait for the movie, but you know what? Here we are.
We'll do it again then.
I will drink from it again, or maybe I have one that's also good for then too. I have more coming. We'll see. Oh. Anyway, I am drinking a a Whistle Pig piggyback whiskey out of here. It's a 100% rye whiskey. Truthfully, I was going to go to the liquor store today because I'm out of beer in my house, running errands, and I'm running errands with my daughter. And I said, "Oh, we have to go to the liquor store." And I said, "We have to go to the liquor store." What's a liquor store? I said, "We have to go to the liquor store where they sell like beer and wine." She's like, "Oh, are you having a party?" And I said, "No, but when I do work with Uncle Frank, we like to have a beer to make the time go by faster. Because we're enjoying ourselves." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And it sounded judgmental. No, but anyway, I missed the exit. I got confused by her asking me these questions.
I see.
I screwed right back. I was like, "It's too late. We're on a busy road. I'm not having it. I'm going to drink whiskey tonight. We're moving on." Yeah.
That's fine. We'll do it another day.
More information than you needed, but here we are.
I love getting more information than I need, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Then hope you liked this trailer, which tells you almost nothing. But
it does tell us very little, but I feel like you can derive a few things from some of what they showed us.
Absolutely. And I'm here to derive those things with you, Frank. So let's dive in. First and foremost, we're going to talk the trailer. So if you haven't seen the trailer, pause us. What are you doing? Why would you listen to commentary from two what's on, without watching the trailer first?
Yeah, seriously.
Doesn't make any sense.
Come on.
I mean, what are you doing?
What are you doing with your life,
Yeah. Well, I'm watching this trailer. So
that's for sure.
But so Frank, so what we know based on this trailer, right?
Yeah.
That the Fantastic Four world, the 616 world, the regular MCU world, and the Fox X-Men universe
Mhm.
world there's an incursion happening.
Yes.
These planets are going to smush together.
So just like we saw in Multiverse of Madness, that kind of an incursion where the realities are blending, are coming together.
Frank, to be perfectly honest with you, I completely forgot that was the thing in that movie.
Right?
Yeah,
That's what that movie was.
totally forgot that. I just think of zombie Doctor Strange, truthfully.
Sure.
That's kind of like
Sure.
where my brain goes, and then I just kind of forget the rest. But that's awesome. Glad that audience has been exposed to that concept already.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so truthfully, this trailer to me feels very much like the first act of the movie, right? Which is which is these different teams: Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
Avengers, and the X-Men, plus a couple of disparate groups. You know, Wakanda, Namor, and the Atlanteans, whatever. And they're like, anyway, we should probably fight.
Yes.
And then we'll learn that we're friends because there's another guy we should be fighting because
Right.
this is the Marvel formula basically since the first crossover. Right? You know, this was
Yeah.
that's how Marvel does it. DC
That's
doesn't
how
do that.
superhero team ups are, right? They fight at first and then they join forces
Yeah,
against a
DC
common
tends
threat.
to be the like, hey, you're wearing a costume, we're probably on the same side. That when it
Well,
comes to heroes, villains, but Marvel, they're like, you're wearing a costume, probably a villain. We're working in
yeah.
a gray area here.
Hmm.
Can't trust you. Do, 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 do. But it opens up a nice, sweet shot of the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters.
Hmm.
It's not doing so hot. The school hasn't been open for a little while. They didn't file their 503(4)(b)(f) forms, and
That was their first mistake. Yeah.
they were defunded. Clearly,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
yeah, Charles Xavier is a fraud, ran out of money. Whatever the reason is, and that school is not happening. And that's where we get that shot of the incursion of some kind. I think do note that that's the first and last time we see Xavier, right? In the trailer, like in the teaser trailer, and here
Yeah.
we only see him in the mansion over here.
Yes.
So I'm thinking he gets wiped out.
Yeah. I'm thinking when he looks out the window, that's the incursion happening.
I agree.
And the
Mm,
way that he and Magneto are looking at one another seems very somber, like they know this is the end kind of thing.
yep. Hmm. I mean,
So,
they face some big things, but you look up in that and you're like, I don't know what to do about that.
like, I'm 90 years old. This is just going to happen to me now.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And I feel like technically they're even older than that because the X-Men is not too distant future
True.
back in 2000.
Right.
So, the not too distant future could have been later in the year 2000,
I
Not
suppose.
too distant
But
future is pretty vague, but
yeah.
still, Ian McKellen's 86 years old. Like,
Hmm.
so and Magneto, we know, was like 12 in 1940,
40. Yeah.
41, right? So, yeah, he's an old bird. He's definitely over 100 at this point
Hmm.
in their
We're getting
in
close
their
to it. Yeah.
world. But I think the X-Men universe established that the X gene ages them slower. Like,
That's
just
true. Yeah. That's right.
generally speaking, they age slower. Just a little bit. So, but then we get our first shot of Doctor Doom in live action for the fourth time. This is very
Yes.
exciting stuff.
Yes.
Depending on it could be the fifth time if you think about it, because you have the Roger Corman movie that
Yeah.
was released live action. You have the two Fox movies.
Yeah.
So if you can count that one and two, he's appeared twice in those movies. So that's three, and then the Josh Trank movie,
That's right. Yeah.
four. So this is the fifth time we've had Doctor Doom
Wow.
live action. But it feels like the first time, Frank. Why
It
is that?
does. It feels like the first time because it feels like it matters. Feels like it counts. Feels like there's a lot of weight because you've got almost 20 years of of backstory leading up to it. So that gives it a lot of impact.
True. Does that give impact to Doctor Doom or the characters around him?
Yeah, more of the characters around him, right? Like, but it's the impact he has on the characters around him that is so like that's what we're feeling, right? Is the impact
Yeah,
that he has on the characters that we know.
right. I think that I've heard some people be like, uh, he's coming in out of nowhere and he's
Hmm.
the threat. And I think that's every movie's villain, baby. Like, what are you
I mean,
talking like?
yes,
Apart from Thanos, who sat in a chair for several minutes of several movies, like it's okay. It's okay. And Loki was in one movie before the Avengers, but like
that's right.
Ultron
Yeah,
came in out of nowhere.
right.
You know, like
Yeah.
every villain comes in out of nowhere.
Hmm.
That's okay. Um, and and there seems to be some experience here. But truthfully, I was just very happy to hear Doom talk in not an American accent
Mm,
when it comes down to it. You
yeah,
know, how do you think he sounded? Does he sound like Doom? Does he sound like Robert Downey Jr.? Does he sound like Tony Stark to you?
does not sound like Robert Downey Jr. to me. I question whether that is him, his voice, because
Oh,
I it
interesting.
didn't sound like him to me.
Oh,
I
I
I
definitely sounded like him to me. That's funny that you say that. Like it
I didn't.
pings as Downey Jr. in my ear, but not as Tony Stark. It
Yeah,
pings like
definitely
Robert
not.
Downey Jr. Yeah. I mean,
Do you
obviously, his
think?
voice sounds similar to Tony, but he's doing a thing when he's doing Tony. He sounds like he's
Yeah.
a different thing here, which is what I wanted.
Do you think he is a Tony Stark from a different universe, or like a Tony Stark variant from a different universe, or is he just someone from a different universe who happens to have the same face as Tony?
I, 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 if I have to choose out of
Yeah.
that list, I think he just happens to have the same face.
Okay.
Don't think that because this is the multiverse doesn't necessarily mean they always look alike, right? I
Right.
mean, look at No Way Home. We got three Peter Parkers who don't look really anything alike apart from the fact that they all are brunettes.
That's correct.
So I don't necessarily have an issue.
Right.
I don't have it. I don't have an issue there.
We've
Um,
also then seen the Council of Kangs, where there's a million people who all have the same face.
exactly right. But we've even seen two different Reed Richards, right?
Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
right, there's John Krasinski and this Pedro Pascal, totally different. They are the same guy, and so if he happens to look like if I guess I've come around to it's like if he happens to look like Tony and they go whoa, and he's like what,
Yeah.
like like or he like I don't think that matters, but I also think he's messed up under there, so he doesn't look like Tony anyway.
Mm.
So the whole point of Doom wearing the mask is that his face is hideous.
Well,
And
yeah. And I know at one point he does get his face fixed or whatever.
yep,
So maybe he gets his face fixed and decides to make it look like Tony Stark for
yeah,
some reason having to do with whatever he wants to do on Earth, or I don't know.
or he just happens to look like
Yeah,
Tony,
I guess.
and when it comes down to that, I'm like, let Tony Stark rest. Like I would want that just to not be a thing at all, and
Mm,
so that's why I would just prefer not to see Doom's face. Um,
yeah.
I've come fully around to Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man and Doctor Doom.
Mm,
Like it's all good, man. Chris Evans played the Human Torch
sure.
in the
Exactly.
Marvel universe. Don't forget here, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And in Deadpool and Wolverine and Captain America. So
Blame on.
right, whatever. Like it's all good. I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
Um, but in that case, like they were like clearly like, or Deadpool obviously because he knows the ins and outs. We're like,
Yeah.
hey, like, hmm.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah, whatever, man.
There
Technically,
were
this
a lot of
too, right? Because there's the Jennifer Garner Elektra and there's
Yep,
the
that's right.
Daredevil TV show. So anyway, what were you gonna say?
That's true. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, there's a lot of that. No, I was gonna say, what did you think? There were quite a few like crossover money shots, right? Of like two characters you'd never seen together before. Like you have like Shang-Chi, which by the way, Shang-Chi is back.
Yep.
And
Remember him? He had a
Gambit.
movie a long time ago.
Remember
Yeah.
that? Remember that? That was like 5 years ago. But like we had Shang-Chi versus Gambit, right?
Yeah.
That was
yeah. Which is something I know they want me to care about, but I don't.
it's definitely like, okay, now we're going to take Channing Tatum seriously. Look, here he is being serious, Gambit, and not being like the butt of the joke like he was in Deadpool and Wolverine.
You know, it's interesting that you say that because I also thought he was the butt of the joke in that movie, but other people didn't take it that way. Like,
I mean, the accent, never, like, 100% was he was meant to be a joke.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's from like Cajun.
No, I understand. He's from Louisiana.
So,
yeah, and that's
yeah,
like why
so,
Channing
like,
Tatum cared about the character.
right.
He's actually
But
from.
I don't think that people like moved right past the joke and went right for this guy's cool, which I
Well,
didn't total like. I'm on an outsider here. I didn't really get that from the movie, so
yeah,
I'm not really feeling it here either.
that wasn't my read. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I only saw the movie once, and it's I haven't seen it since theaters. So I leave room for the possibility that I'm wrong, but I definitely that's how I remember reading it. Was that it was
Yep, I agree with you.
a joke?
I agree. But you're right. There is a couple money shots. Like there's the shot of the new Avengers with the Fantastic Four, with the other Avengers. Like
Yes,
because there's Cap the second, Ant-Man,
and
Thor. I would
I
guess.
guess it's Thor. I remember three of them standing in a row, but now I can't remember who it was.
The other one is Bucky, but Bucky's on the new Avengers. If you look very closely at that shot, they're looking at Steve. You can tell because
the hair,
the hair. And Ant-Man's face is, he's like, what?
Yeah, right.
What's going on here? And you have new Avengers, but you're right, that is a money shot. You're like, look, all the characters. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to be negative here. I don't care about 60, 70, 80% of the characters in this movie, even though I like the actors, and I liked the movies that they were in, but I don't have an emotional attachment to them the way because I haven't spent a lot of time with them in the way that I spent with these other characters leading up to other Avenger movies, right?
Yeah.
But in the Fantastic Four, which I would consider like A-list characters, I've seen in one film.
Right.
I spent one movie with I'd say two movies or a TV show with most of the new Avengers plus Bucky, which has been in a lot, which is okay, cool, fine. And there's Thor and Ant-Man and Sam and whatever else. So that's all good. But when you look at that, it's just not Iron Man, Bruce Banner, Black Widow, Thor, Captain America sitting around, Hawkeye, whatever, sitting around a table. You're like, yeah, right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it feels like you got your toys from Savers, and you got a cool good ones in there. But most of the ones nobody wanted.
But it's a grab bag, so whatever comes in it, it's what comes in it, right?
Like lucky you, your grab bag included all four of the Fantastic Four.
Wow,
and Thor,
right?
And then
also Gambit,
and who's not even in the lineup, right? Yeah, so
right.
Yeah, so I Yeah.
What about Cyclops?
Okay, so it wants it knows the nostalgia is strong, right? Because it's the movie is Avengers Doomsday, and the trailer starts with the X-Men.
Yeah,
starts with the gifted youngsters, Xavier, all the other X-Men. I'm psyched. I'm pumped. I'm cyclopped for I'm cyclopsing for the X-Men in this movie. So I know it's in some ways almost cheap. It's almost cheap, like what they're doing to me. But I don't care.
Yeah.
You made those X-Men movies part of the MCU in a hard way, and honestly, I'm okay with that. So when it comes time for my daughter to start watching the MCU in a couple of years, we're gonna start with X-Men, baby. We're not starting with Iron Man. We're starting.
Go back to the start with Blade.
Yeah, I mean, really. Yeah, I mean, should be like 8 or
I mean,
9.
don't,
So we're
but
not starting with Blade. Although that's probably about the age I was when I first saw it, which is not great. No, wait.
no,
I
it came out in
turned
like 98,
99. So, oh
98,
no,
99.
well, I was 12. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah. It's just bloody. The rest of it's fine.
it is. It is.
Um,
Yeah. No, start with X-Men for sure.
yeah, no, I will definitely be starting with X-Men. And she's got to watch the Maguire Spider-Mans, otherwise him showing up in No Way Home will mean nothing. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
you got to watch them all.
Gotta watch them all.
Yeah, like Pokemon. You got to catch them all,
Got it.
watch them all.
One letter off from Catch 'em All, you know?
Truthfully,
Uh,
I am excited about the X-Men, though. I
mhm,
love the X-Men.
mhm.
Like, it's like when Marvel rolls around and you're like, who are my favorite Marvel heroes of all time? It's Spider-Man, and then it's the X-Men.
Mm,
Like they're right there.
yeah,
You know? And then it's like a fist fight between Captain America and the Fantastic Four.
sure.
Like, you know, um, but yeah, so I'm jazzed that all the blue ones are there, plus Gambit. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, because they've been. I wasn't surprised by anybody that I saw in this trailer because we've known all these people were in the movie. They
sure.
told us who was in the movie, so um,
They told us who was in the movie, but it was so many people,
I
who
kind of forgot.
I kind of forgot. I was like, "Oh, Rebecca Romaine is back." Like there was a
Yeah,
lot of that for me where I was like, "Oh, right. Yeah, 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 yeah. She's got a
she's
costume
having
this
a big
time."
week. It's Avengers trailer this week, and Strange New
And
Worlds comes
Strange New
out in
Worlds.
a couple of days. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah, big week
Um,
for Rebecca Romaine.
I know, and she gets to be clothed this time, so good for her.
Good for her. She looks great. It's what she should have looked like
Yes,
all
20
those
years
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but it's good
Um,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah. We also get to see some, like, we don't see people together, but, like, we do see, like, Namor and, Sue
Yep.
Richards.
Yeah.
So, like, will they obviously want to have a romance, but will they cross paths in this movie?
So I'm
Um,
thinking. So I have a thing here. So we know that Sue and Sue and Ben and the Wakandans
mm,
are with Namor and the
yes.
Atlanteans. I
Yes.
think they call it something different in the MCU, but it's Atlantis. And so we know that there, but like Atlantis is dry. That's actually like there's no water. They're all suffering hard. For whatever reason, the water is like held up in there in the desert. But
I
I'm
think I know
pretty
why.
okay. Oh, tell me. Okay.
We'll get back to it.
So I'm pretty sure that shot we have of Sue using her powers and screaming, and then she's like nodding to somebody as they like get on the
Yes.
ship or whatever. She and
This
Namor are
Shuri.
definitely staying behind
Mhm.
to confront whatever it is that's happening over there, and they
Yes.
will, for all intents and purposes, die. Um, or what
Yes.
we think is their deaths
They're ready to.
in
Yeah.
that. Yeah, they're ready to end that in that moment. Or what do you?
Yep.
Why do you think that's happening though?
So I think she is she is making that wall of water happen. I think that that Namor, like, parts the sea with Sue's help.
Oh, okay. That's how he
Um, either he does it himself, or he's Sue is like using a force field to keep the wallet. I mean, it could either be like Namor creates some kind of vortex or something to wall off the water so the Avengers have a place to land or something, or Sue is holding with a force field. Um,
That's interesting because the only thing that makes me think that it's in, like maybe it is that, but also incursion based is that there's that shot of Johnny holding her head, like
yeah,
he's going to protect her from the
is it
incursion.
her? I couldn't tell if it was her.
I mean, she's really the only person with that blonde of hair besides Yelena, and
I
I
guess.
can't imagine he's doing that to
Fair.
her
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm pretty sure she's in the X mansion at a different point.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Because she faces off against Mystique.
correct. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Of course.
But I mean, then there's also the thing of, like, is this like a peak? It depends on how far into the movie this scene is, right? Because like, is it a peek at like Battleworld?
Oh, I probably not. I think
I mean, probably not
I think we're really. It's a 3-hour movie. I'm pretty sure we've only seen the footage from the first hour.
from the first hour. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's probably right. I think you're probably right.
yeah. As far as a teaser is concerned, because it is a lot of heroes miscommunicating, and then the fight with Doom and Thor
Right.
being like, "I've known a lot of danger. People have died crazy. This guy scares me more than anybody else." But it part of me feels it feels a little forced,
Yeah.
like it, but also at the same time, Thor has seen a lot, and for him to take Stormbreaker and roll up and just try to whack Doom with it, and Doom be like, "No, no, I'm not doing this."
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that would obviously give Thor pause.
Yes.
Forced pause. If you notice, Doom's got a rune on his gauntlet. He's
Okay.
got a magical rune. So like Doom that we've seen across 4 different live action versions up to this point is purely science. And so this is a Doom that is magic and science, which I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate. Like they're really striving to get Doom right here. So like, but somebody at one of my friends had pointed out that it might have been Factor or it might have been our friend Tim in our group chat. Um he said that that's one of Wanda's runes. Like you can see it in
Ah, very cool.
Multiverse of Madness. Yeah. Which is super cool, which Doom and Wanda have a connection in some Marvel books. So maybe Wanda's there. There have been rumors that Doom has his own Avengers. Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
right, right. Which leads me to this. I don't know if you're following any of this, but at the very end of the trailer, Thor is holding Stormbreaker and Mjolnir, which is all broken, which
Yeah.
is in from the fourth Thor movie. And it goes into Steve Rogers' hands. We know Steve's back. That's not a surprise. If you remember the casting. Um, but it goes into his hand. He's like, "Hey, pal," and he's got
Right.
the thing. The rumor is that's not really Steve.
Hmm.
That's not 616 Steve. Vactor, our friend Vactor, this comic cooks, has a great video out there about why that is not Steve Rogers, why that is Hydra Cap.
Hmm.
Why it's a cap from a different universe.
And still worthy to hold Mjolnir?
So I had the same question.
Yeah.
And so there are other rumors that it's Loki in disguise. We see a shot of Loki,
Yeah.
which is actually apparently a shot from the TV show.
Oh,
Loki,
is it?
yeah, it's Loki is also confirmed to be in this.
Yes.
It's not a mystery. But rumors that it's Loki. Um, and so,
That
but
shot
yeah.
that shot being from the show actually throws me off then because that looked to me like he was in the same room where we see Steve holding his baby.
Oh, what? Stop! I need to
I
go
mean, it
back.
looked like it to me, but if you say it's from the show, then it can't be.
I mean, that
Um,
could be. I that
I,
is not me.
I
Oh, I see what you mean. Hold
inferred that because there were curtains, and it just kind of looked like the same room with curtains.
Yeah, you're right. Curtains. Curtains. Unless it's just the TVA thing that slipped, but if this is
Yeah.
spoiler for Loki, but like end of season 2, he becomes the god of all stories, right?
Yes.
So he's not really working for the TVA anymore. So like
Well,
why would he be
so
doing that? Like, but that's like the little card on the other side, right?
but he
I
was at
think
the
that's
end. He was at the tree, right? The
he's
world,
a
the
huge
world
show,
tree.
right?
Like
He's at the
he was
world.
holding together all the timelines.
Right, but that
Do we think
card, that TVA card has that
it
tree,
does?
right? Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
does. Do you think
So
Doom like stole his power or something, and he
hadn't
got
even
away
considered that.
to warn Thor and the gang that something is coming?
Maybe that
I
would
don't know.
actually give reason for Thor to know, even though he doesn't know Loki is alive and all these things. Yeah, he knows that Loki died,
Right.
by Thanos, but that would give Thor some info. Remember, we talked a while ago about this about Thor, like not Thor, Doctor Doom, like collecting kids. Do you remember that
Yes, yes. I still am thinking that because we have Franklin
with Franklin
Richards, and
Richards? Yeah,
we have Steve's kid, we have
and
Thor's
Thor's.
kid.
Yep. So I think there's something there that we're not seeing.
Tony has a kid, you know, like all
Right,
there's
right. I actually kind of forget about her. Yeah, because she's just like a MacGuffin in some way. She's just a little plot device.
I Love You 3000.
Oh yeah, man, I gotta watch Endgame. I haven't watched Endgame since the theater.
Oh, wow. I've watched it at least once or twice since then. But hmm,
Yeah, I have. I have not. Yeah, but going to this the Steve thing, like that little smile he gives at the end, got people convinced that like that's an evil smile.
yeah.
That's not, and I didn't see it that way, but I
I
can't come around to it.
I can I definitely got a vibe of like something is amiss here or something is not the way it seems.
Here's the amiss thing, which I will go into. The teaser we got of Steve. Steve has short hair.
Okay.
Steve here has long hair,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's right.
What Steve is it? Where in the timeline is he coming from? He's got the beard. So is he coming? He's coming from like Infinity War ish time, right?
Hmm.
But if that's the case, he wouldn't be the age that he is,
Right.
right? So there is something definitely amiss
Well, and
here.
we're talking about different timelines, we're talking about different universes, so like so many things are possible.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's infinite possibilities.
To go to your question about it, like how does he have access to Mjolnir? If
Oh yeah.
if Hydra Cap did have access to Mjolnir, like because it's not
Right.
it's a there's something like some weird loophole about like the worthiness doesn't necessarily mean goodness. Like it
Okay.
if you be worthy, but like what that worthiness is a little unclear.
Hmm.
I'm not clear on the I haven't read the story in quite some time, so I couldn't tell you. But and I did zero research coming into this, Frank, so I don't
Sure.
know. This is just all from Monogin.
How do you think they address the Kang thing at all? Like with Scott? Like because that's the last time we saw him, right? So like the last time we saw him, and the end of that movie ends with the Council of Kangs,
Hmm.
and that was supposed to be sort of his contribution, I think, to the next phase of Marvel, right? Like
Right.
so. And really, when I think about it, you know, a lot of these next contributions happened early in this phase, like right after Endgame. Wasn't Multiverse of Madness like the next movie,
Yeah, and they basically like took a break from the multiverse for a little bit
yeah,
while they reworked everything for Doom.
right,
That's
right.
really what happened.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I wonder, do they? I mean, they're obviously not going to say Kang, but will they acknowledge it in some way or paper over it in some way that makes it feel, you know, like an acknowledgement, tip of the hat to this thing happened? But
I wouldn't I wouldn't be shocked if there's some scene somewhere, maybe not Jonathan Majors being back or anything,
yeah,
but like definitely some clip of like Doom wiping out the Council of Kang.
oh sure,
Like you think this was gonna happen, but Doctor Doom has no interest in this, like whatever. And so I think that's more a possibility than anything.
that makes
Um,
sense. Yeah,
yeah. What I found very interesting is that we actually don't get a full shot of Doom. Did you notice that? We
yeah.
basically get almost a full shot of everyone except for Doom, which is all side profiles or wide shots far away,
Hmm.
like blurred in the background. Like there's a lot of a lot of open questions. Like even
Yes,
like where like where his confrontation with Thor is this big statue, almost like a Greek-esque
yes,
statue. Like, is that Asgard that we're looking at?
maybe.
Like a decimated it's really, 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 really hard to tell. But that's really the only full-ish shot we have of Doom, and
Yeah.
like very smoky in the background. So I don't know. I don't know. I like that I don't know though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love that I don't know. It gave me truthfully, the trailer didn't wow me, like,
Mhm.
but I am excited. But
Yeah.
I feel like there really wasn't, apart from hearing Doom's voice and going, "Oh, thank goodness he has a fake Eastern European accent." That's just what I
Sure.
wanted. Thanks so much. There really wasn't anything in here that I was like, "Whoa, can't believe it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable." But I still
I
enjoyed it.
didn't right, I didn't have that reaction either to pretty much anything. Um, but I don't need that either. I
Nope.
don't expect
Nope.
that anymore
I don't.
from Avengers movies.
No. I think the days to go back to, like, I don't care about 60% of the people that are on screen right now.
Yeah.
Um, to go I mhm, to go back to that, the Avengers formula, the idea that, um, these heroes you've never seen together on screen are now on screen, and then you're gonna take that and even more heroes and whatever. There is no topping that in Infinity by the time you hit to Infinity War when they're
Yep.
all there. And then especially by Endgame when they're literally all there. The only top that you have there here is that the X-Men are there. That's kind
Yeah.
of the next stage of that. But I don't really care if Cyclops talks to Red Guardian.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, Red Guardian. Sorry, David Harbour. You're great.
No.
You're super
It's
funny and
I
everything,
do like
but
his new Avengers
his swag,
shirt.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, I agree. But I want Cyclops talking to Captain America, which technically I guess I'll get, but
Yeah.
that's just how you know, it bums me out that I won't see Reed Richards talking to Tony Stark,
Yeah.
or that I won't see, like that does make a difference to me. Where I feel like maybe this fell just a little flat. Where I was like, looks good because I love Doctor Doom, but then I love the X Men
Yeah.
and I love the Fantastic Four. But it just
I mean, it's hard to be wowed when they haven't really shown us much.
it's
Like,
it's hard to be wowed by characters I don't have film connections to.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Right.
it's not so much because the Avengers first, let's say the first Avengers trailer showed us nothing. Still wowed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
True.
need to see a lot to be wowed. I need to have some kind of emotional connection to who I'm watching on screen, or the trailer needs to make that connection for me, and
Yes.
I got none of that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but all is to say, get your ticket because they're already selling out everywhere, which is
Really?
wild. Yeah, I tried to get my ticket earlier
Jeez.
today, and like Fandango kept like, "Yeah, I'm sorry," and then like I tried like a Saturday at 11. And
Hmm.
it's like, oh, you have 4 seats you can choose from.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, and I know there'll be more show times
Well,
as
of
they open
course,
up.
but
Like they'll
still.
obviously open up to more theaters, but right now, yeah, it's yeah, go ahead and get your ticket now and hope you're free that day.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, noted.
Yeah.
I noticed no Spider-Man. And
Yes.
I think that's probably just because they're waiting for the Spider-Man movie hasn't come out yet, and they don't want to give away whether he lives or dies in that movie, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Spider-Man
Um,
will return to this movie after his movie, right?
I bet you see him in a promo once that movie's been out for a couple months,
Yes.
right?
Well, I don't know. So, because we know the movie after this is Secret Wars. No
Yes,
secret there. This is the Infinity War to Endgame, right?
correct.
Whatever. So, and so you have to save some people for
Yeah,
Battleworld, right?
yeah,
You can't just have the same cast move over. Like there has to be somebody different in there. Uh, so I don't, I don't know if we're going to see Spider-Man here.
hmm,
I And honestly, the movie's so jam packed.
Oh, it's so crowded, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen some of like the merchandising, like posters and stuff like that. Spider-Man is nowhere to be seen.
Hmm.
And um if you look at like Infinity War merchandising around the same time, they basically tell you who the stars of the movie are, like who the movie focuses on, at least if they're in there. Spider-Man is nowhere to be seen.
Hmm.
There are
Hmm.
definitely a couple characters from from there that are not in this trailer,
Hmm.
or they're not
Not
what do you-
prominent.
not very prominent. But I actually have a banner that's at San Diego Comic Con, so I feel like it's
Hmm.
fair. It's going to be at Comic Con, or it was just at a CinemaCon or something like
Okay.
that. Um, saved. Well, I did have it saved. Is it? Do I have it anymore? No, of course I don't. Because why would I save things, Frank? That's too obvious. Uh,
Oh, wait, while you're pulling that up, to go back to Thor and the statue,
yes.
next to the statue, there are pieces of robots. So,
Sentinels.
Doombots.
Oh, Doombots. Right. I
My thinking was Doombots. And so, if those are Doombots, maybe that's Latveria. Maybe that's a statue of Doom.
no, it definitely doesn't look like Doom unless it's Doom pre armor. Like
Maybe. I didn't notice the face on it.
um because
I
the
just figured it
face
was
is kind
destroyed,
of
so I couldn't tell
turned.
what it was. But
Yeah, the face is kind of turned, so you like wouldn't see the
right.
face. Okay, I got it right here. Yeah, so the big poster, you have the new Avengers,
Hmm.
that whole crew, Ant-Man, Thor, Captain America in his t-shirt, Doom, um, the Fantastic Four, Captain America the second with Falcon the second. Is that the same? He's the new Falcon.
New
Yeah.
Falcon.
Shang-Chi, um, Shuri, and what's his name?
M'Baku.
M'Baku, thank you. And then the X-Men. The X-Men themselves are Gambit, Mystique, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Beast, Magneto in his red, purple, and helmet. Looks awesome.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And Professor Xavier.
Nightcrawler not in the trailer.
Nightcrawler not in the trailer. Beast not in the trailer.
True.
Um, though we have seen Beast previously. He was at the end of the Marvels.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Um, but I would say that's a CG thing because I know he's mocap this time around.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
70-year-old Kelsey Grammer not up for doing makeup. Can't blame
Yeah,
him.
sure. Battleworld is interesting to me because you could do. Actually, the more I think about it, there are a lot of young. Because, like, even if you don't strictly go by children of Avengers, I mean, Scott Lang has a daughter too, who we didn't mention.
Cassie.
Um,
Mhm. Yep.
but then you've also got like Kamala Khan and um, Kate Bishop, and like that whole crew of younger heroes who could also be roped into the whole Battleworld
Yeah.
thing to
I
show
mean,
up in the next movie.
you even have some of the street level Daredevil crew. You've
Yes,
got Luke Cage, you've got Iron Fist, you've got Jessica Jones, you've got Daredevil himself. They've
that's right.
never so that's just so I to go back to Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I think that I think you're right that Spider-Man obviously survives Spider-Man 4.
yeah,
Let's be serious, but um I think they're saving him for Battleworld.
yeah.
I
You've talked me into that. That makes sense.
Yeah, I
That
think
makes
you
sense.
gotta because if this movie is if the focus is Doom here, it's Doomsday, like the end. And I think they're gonna pull not exactly an Infinity War format, but like Thanos was really the driving character. He's
Yeah,
the protagonist behind, behind Infinity War. I feel like you're gonna get something very similar here. Um,
it does feel that way.
yeah, unless he's the Force here. He is the Doomsday.
Right.
Um, and then you get that in Secret Wars. Either way, um, uh, backstory will be revealed at some
Mm-hmm.
point. But yeah, I think some of the characters that we're kind of waiting on is like I'm expecting the no offense to the new Avengers, but I'm kind of expecting them to be wiped out,
Yeah, kind of.
and then because Kevin Feige's been very upfront, like after Secret Wars, the X-Men are the priority.
Mm.
Um, and so, but there's some other characters that we haven't seen appear, like the Vision Quest TV show is coming. And so I'm going to see Vision again
Mm-hmm.
for Battleworld, things like that. I don't know. There's so much to speculate
Yeah.
on, but I'm just excited to take the ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I, so a lot of this trailer didn't shock me because I had read the CinemaCon
Right.
leak, like the description. This is what's in
The
the trailer,
footage.
and
Yeah.
guess what? It was. And so when I watched the trailer, I was like, "Yep, that's what I read."
Mm-hmm.
And so it reaffirmed my position. I was weak. I was weak. I sinned, Frank. I read the description instead of sticking to. I don't want the spoilers because
Oh,
I
sure.
enjoy the movie more when I'm surprised. Guess what? I do enjoy the movie more when I'm surprised,
Mm.
including the trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm out. I'm tapping out. Like I'll watch the next trailer probably just to learn
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more because otherwise preconceived notions take over.
Sure.
But after that, no, I'm out. No more leaks, no
I think
more
I think I'm
anything.
with you. I think I'm with you. Yeah. I would like to know as little as possible kind of going forward from here. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe the next trailer, which probably won't be until October, something like that, right? Like
Yeah. Movie
September,
comes out
October.
in December. I'd say October because this is July. Yeah. Yes.
Promote it
I
through
would say
promote it
late
through
September, early October.
right, because like I figure you promote it through Halloween and Thanksgiving so that come December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wild,
Anyway.
as of recording this right now, that trailer, 500 million views.
Damn.
500 million. That's people who are like, is Marvel dead? What are you
Yeah, right,
nuts?
right.
Like,
Don't think
oh
so.
my gosh.
Don't
No,
think so. Yeah, no.
no.
The hype is still there.
Hype is real, Frank. And speaking of hype, next week we're gonna be back. We're gonna be talking about San Diego Comic Con.
Mm.
The hype is gonna be real for a lot of things, Frank. We did not do Lois and Clark
Shame
this
on
week.
us.
Shame on us, but we're gonna save it for next week because Avengers Doomsday was worth its own whole full segment.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So Frank, tell us where people can find us.
Head over to beerwithgeeks.com and check us out there. Find all back episodes. God, we talked about every Marvel movie going back, so you can catch up that way. We are on YouTube. We are on wherever you find your podcasts. So like and subscribe and follow us in all those places. Be sure to tell a friend and be sure to leave ratings and reviews because those really, really help a whole bunch.
It does indeed, Frank. Well, I'm gonna take one last sip from my Doctor Doom mug.
Mm.
It's the head of Doctor Doom. His brains have been replaced by whiskey.
Huh.
Do you think he can fulfill the Doomsday if his brains are whiskey? Probably.
Wouldn't be the first time.
But an interesting comic idea. Anyway, Frank, until next time, cheers.
Cheers.